Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into something truly foundational, the philosophy of Sabr and Shukr. We're looking at a powerful framework for navigating life's darkest storms. These are two profound concepts derived from Islamic teachings that are explicitly designed to help you weather literally any trial, no matter how intense. It's really about finding an unbreakable anchor when everything around you just feels chaotic. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where every single path just seems completely closed off? Imagine being surrounded by an impenetrable thicket of thorns. Every direction you turn just brings more resistance. Look, we all go through these intense trials at some point. It's a deeply universal human experience, right? To face hardships that make you feel utterly trapped, kind of suffocated by circumstance, where you look around and it feels like there is simply no way out. And it's in these exact moments of overwhelming, isolating pressure that we desperately need a reliable strategy to survive and, well, push forward. And that is exactly what the Islamic tradition offers here. When paths seem closed, it provides us with our two greatest weapons: patience, which is known as sabr, and gratitude, known as shukr. Now, these aren't just mere words or abstract ideas. Actually, think of them as a complete philosophy of life. Tactical tools, really. You have the shield of patience as your defensive strategy against despair, and gratitude as your active, offensive tactic for growth. Put them together, and you get this incredibly robust philosophy designed to act as your ultimate defenses, especially during those times of intense difficulty.
So let's look at this first pillar, the reality of patience. When the absolute worst storms hit, our default human reaction is almost always despair. But understanding the actual reality of sabr, that changes everything about how we process those difficult moments. Now, what's really interesting about this is the stark contrast in how we traditionally view the concept. So often, we just picture patience as suffering in silence, right? Just keeping our head down while life happens to us. But the source material corrects this massive misconception. True sabr is an empowered state. It is the conscious, deliberate maintenance of your faith in your good character during hardships. And it's pretty fascinating because modern psychology actually backs this ancient wisdom up. Studies on resilience show that active endurance, where you maintain your core values in a crisis, prevents psychological burnout way more effectively than just passive suffering. So it's not about being a victim, it's about holding your ground. To really anchor this definition, we look at this profound verse from Surah Al-Baqarah in the Quran. Indeed, Allah is with the patient. Just think about the incredible psychological weight of that statement for a second. This isn't just a gentle pat on the back to stay strong. It's a completely authoritative promise of divine companionship. What does it actually feel like to know you aren't alone when everything else has literally been stripped away? It provides this profound sense of grounding. When you are exercising true, active patience, you are accompanied by the highest power. You are never, ever actually walking through the fire alone. And because of that divine companionship, this remarkable transformation happens within you, building inner strength and closeness to the divine. Just like roots shattering solid rock, applying true patience builds an absolutely unbreakable inner strength. It acts exactly like a muscle, The more resistance you face while maintaining your character, the stronger you become internally. Navigating difficulty in this active way brings a person significantly closer to the Almighty. The hardship actually stops being just a meaningless source of pain. Instead, it transforms into this powerful vehicle for profound personal and spiritual growth. Moving on to our next concept, the blessings of gratitude. While sabr helps us weather the negative, we obviously need another tool to build the positive. Enter our second pillar, shukr, or gratitude. If patience is how we hold our ground, gratitude is the external solution we use to manifest and multiply the really positive elements in our lives. And this brilliantly illustrates where true gratitude begins. Daily blessings like family, food, health, and everyday comforts. It starts right here in the overlooked details. We're talking about the warm food on your table, the health, these simple, everyday comforts that honestly we might completely take for granted in the rush of modern life. Practicing shukr means recognizing that these aren't just given facts of your existence. No, they are active, intentional blessings that require your daily appreciation. It literally forces you to stop and realize just how much you already have. But well, what happens when we forget these blessings? Let's look at resentment, or narazgi, versus gratitude, shukr ke zarya. When we adopt a mindset of constant complaining, it absolutely destroys our inner peace. In fact, neuroscience tells us that chronic resentment literally rewires the human brain for anxiety and stress. On the flip side, consciously choosing gratitude expands your cognitive flexibility and brings immense tranquility. Even more practically, the source material highlights that choosing gratitude actively brings an increase in a specific blessing known as barakah directly into your daily provisions. This brings us to an ultimate divine promise, beautifully captured in Surah Ibrahim. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you. Just take a second to let that sink in. It is a direct cause and effect. Gratitude isn't just a polite thing to do, you know. It is the actual mechanism through which abundance is unlocked. It is a literal guarantee that acknowledging what you have will bring you more. When combined, these two pillars form a complete life philosophy. They are the two essential balancing wings of a fulfilling life. You have the steel wing of Sabr for navigating the stormy, painful winds of life's inevitable challenges, and the golden wing of Shukr to catch the updrafts of joy and abundance. You simply cannot fly straight without both. They balance each other out perfectly, making sure that neither despair nor arrogance can hold you off course. So the crucial point is how you actually apply this right now. It boils down to these two immediate steps. Number one, patience for every hardship, and number two, gratitude for every blessing. You want to consciously practice active patience for every hardship, no matter how small, by deliberately maintaining your character and your values. And then, actively practice gratitude for every single blessing you encounter today. Don't wait for a major life event for this. Make this a deliberate, structural part of your daily routine right now. Which brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Will you choose to arm yourself with these two weapons today? Or are you going to let the storm dictate your peace? Look, the challenges of life are absolutely not going to stop. But now, you have the blueprint to master them and find real tranquility, regardless of the weather. If this explainer changed your perspective and you want to keep mastering complex ideas with us, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to support our work. Thank you so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next analysis.